What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's had a great day. It's interesting because the Super Bowl was just a couple weeks ago, and we're already knee-deep into 2025 season. You know, this is actually the most important time of the year as far as football goes for building a team, because we saw what always happens to the Cowboys is they kind of extend that. You know, I think the offseason is really the offseason. And typically, the Cowboys don't do anything the first couple of weeks of free agency. They literally are the last team to sign free agents, including their own. They let their players that they actually want to have come back go out and test the free agent market and see if they can finagle a better deal. Their superstars, they literally having them hold out because they don't get their deals done. It makes no sense whatsoever what the Cowboys do. It just doesn't. Until this year. Now you can see I'm wearing a new shirt here today. Shout out to Miss Tracy. You can see selectively aggressive, where we scratched out all in my ass. Yeah. I have been lied to and fooled too many times. Too many times to count. I guess we could say 29 times. But I really and truly feel like there is a change. And you know, I'm wondering, this is me. I'm a problem solver, okay? I am a guy who usually I get the jobs that nobody else wants. The ones that are too difficult to get done. Or you got to come up with a solution and people say, you know what, I'm not going to mess with that. I actually get off on coming up with solutions where nobody else can. Rest his soul, my friend Alex Lucas. He used to call me FF, short for fuck up fixer, because if it's effed up, Mark can figure out how to fix it. I miss that guy. But putting together all these pieces, because it's a giant puzzle when you're dealing with the Cowboys, because none of it makes any rhyme or reason. It doesn't make any sense that the Dallas Cowboys are the most valuable franchise and haven't won shit in 30 years. I don't understand how that happens. Not when you have the New England Patriots that literally were the greatest dynasty there ever was in the NFL, at least the modern NFL. How it is that Kansas City has, you know, gone to all these ones, 5 already in young Pat Mahomes' career, and they're not more valuable than the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys have literally done nothing other than be a soap opera, and yet they're worth a whole lot of money. But here's the thing. I showed this morning, although it didn't actually upload until this afternoon while I was figuring out getting everything to work right on my set. Stephen Jones told a story about being a teenager and wanting to be a collegiate football player and so on, and wanted to work for, I guess, his dad. And so Stephen Jones, instead of being at work one day, took the day off with about 30 of his friends, and they had a big pool party. That wasn't until Jerry came home and basically took him for a job interview at Wendy's to scare the bejeebies out of him. Somehow, since the end of last season, Stephen Jones has gotten the title co-owner of the Dallas Cowboys. Not part owner, not future owner, not heir apparent, but co-owner. Co-owner. And see, I believe, having been self-employed since 1995, that when you own something or work for yourself, you work a lot harder because it's yours. It's your stamp on it. If it succeeds or fails, it's you. If it makes a whole lot of money, it's you. If you go bankrupt, they're coming after you. It's not the same when you work for somebody else. You can bust your ass, they get rich. You know, the company has a bad business plan, they go out of business. Well, you're not liable for those debts. You get your last paycheck, see ya, thanks a lot, and I'm gone. But I feel like Stephen Jones and the Dallas Cowboys are doing things that are different. Now, we haven't heard from Jerry Jones yet, and I'm waiting for Jerry Jones to be on the bus doing Jerry talk. Thursday will be just the coach at the podium. There's no Jerry. There's no Steven. Brian Schottenheimer is the guy who is running the show on Thursday. And the amazing thing is if you listen to the whole interview, the 22 minutes of Stephen Jones, I know it's hard. I'm not suggesting that you do. But he said Brian Schottenheimer picked the staff. Brian Schottenheimer picked the staff. We got all the staff here working with the scouting department to figure out the type of players that they need. These are sea changes here with the Cowboys. This is more what a typical organization does. It's not the owner and GM like Jerry Jones. Nobody else does it like that. And we have to say, it's been a failure. With Jerry Jones and up here, you know, I've been shooting and shitting and all this stuff, and nobody's better than me at doing all this. Okay, Jerry, shut up. Please, just shut up. You suck. The game has passed you by. And it's okay. You're 80 freaking 2 years old. But the Cowboys are now acting like a normal team that is trying to win. Now, I don't know. You know, we're talking about trying to get Osa done this week. He kind of slipped that in. You know, we're talking, you know, we're in contract negotiations with Osa. Wait, you're working on a contract during the combine, or actually before the combine? And he actually said, I believe he said, we'll see what happens this week. As in, it could happen this week. I would love to wake up tomorrow and we hear Osa Digizua is now under contract, pending, of course, the beginning of the league year to finalize it. And that now we're going to start working on Micah to get him happy and whole. Because you know what's amazing? You know what's amazing here? Typically they say when a guy gets paid, they relax. But you know something? CeeDee Lamb, it got ugly there in the offseason. It really did. And you wouldn't blame CeeDee Lamb for saying, F you guys, after the whole thing was over with. But you know, I felt like CeeDee Lamb played harder and worked harder after the contract. I thought he did. Maybe I was wrong. But I thought him playing through injuries, he didn't check out in games like he did in Green Bay. And what if Micah Parsons gets that contract and instead of going to Japan to sumo wrestle and throw out the baseball and do all those things, that he's here with his teammates during voluntary workouts and all the OTAs to be the best player he can be, and he comes out like a man on fire next year to show you I'm worth all that money. And what if the Cowboys do both of those things and flip those triggers and they actually get some pieces together to try and make a run, kind of like Washington did, like the Eagles do every year. Now, there's no guarantee that all of that works. It doesn't, because sometimes shit just happens and it doesn't work out. We know this. But we know it's kind of like the lottery. You can't win. You might buy a ticket and don't win. That's true. But if you don't buy a ticket, I can guarantee you won't win. Or let me put it a different way. You see a fine woman that's over there, okay? And you're scared to ask her out because she might say no. Yeah, that's true. Might be better off that she says no because she might be a gold digger. Not that you have any gold to dig, but be that as it may. If you don't ask her, I can guarantee you it's a no. But if you do, she might say yes. And that's where, at least with the Cowboys, maybe if they actually tried free agency just a little bit, because I think they still have the basis of a good team. We've all, we'll dog, Terrence Steele, he's a bum and everything else. We said he was a bum after his rookie year, but he came out that next year and played really, really well when the team was more balanced and run the football with Zeke and Tony Pollard. What's to say that guy doesn't get back there? And what if we end up getting Cooper Beebe that takes a big step next year after having a really good rookie season at guard? Playing guard this year, he was center, of course, this year. And Brock Hoffman, who we actually had penciled in to be the starting center, ends up being really good. He's aggressive. He's got a mean streak on him. That maybe those guys come together. Maybe we get lucky and we don't have, we got all the injuries out of the way and we stay a little healthier. We're honestly not that far away. With all the injuries we had, we still had 7 wins. Had we, we could have been 8-9 had we just not touched the damn blocked punt past the line of scrimmage. You follow me? And maybe with the Cowboys filling in the holes and retaining some of their players, we can actually draft a player, maybe move back and draft another player that could be an impact player instead of replacing a piece with a lesser part. That's my hopes, that the Cowboys are looking more and more, or doing business more and more, like a real football team. And maybe it's because Stephen Jones is now considered co-owner of the Dallas Cowboys. Kind of crazy. But hey, I appreciate you guys. And as always, don't forget to tell the people you love how much you love them. You might not get the chance, people. And I love you guys. God willing, see you tomorrow. I got to get out early in the morning. I got to be on the road by 5:30. Oh, got to take my dad to the doctor. So I got to get up there. So I'm going to bed. Peace out.